Hey everybody, it's Nathan Selove with another edition of Autism Actually Speaking. Today I want to talk about a topic that a commenter suggested that I discuss. Managing anxiety at work. So for those of you that are new to the channel, I work as an adjunct instructor of communication studies. And like many professions, academia can come with a lot of anxiety, particularly around finals week. So I thought I'd share some advice, tips, and tricks based on my own experience that can hopefully be applied in other contexts. Now, as always, all the advice that I give is based on my own experience and might not translate to every single context, but hopefully it will translate to a good amount of contexts. The first thing I want to talk about is deciding whether or not your coworkers should know about your condition. Now, I'm very open about the fact that I'm autistic, both in my personal life and in my public life, as evident by the fact that I do a YouTube channel on it. But not everybody is, and that's okay. As I often say on this channel, nobody should feel pressured to share or not to share anything about their autism. That being said, if you do want some kind of external accommodation, you might need to tell a few people about your condition, or at least that you have some kind of sensory condition. For example, both of my supervisors know about my condition, and that makes it easier for me to talk to them about certain accommodations that I might need. For example, last semester I made this video about this time that Blake was really sick, and I had to take her to the vet before I got to class. Now, because I had communicated with my supervisors about Blake and why I need her in class with me, they were able to get someone to cover my class while I took Blake to the vet, and then I came back and taught the rest of my class. Now, if you haven't told anybody, then you might need to exercise self-accommodation. Now, I made an entire video about self-accommodation, which you should definitely check out if you haven't already, but it might translate into different things at work. One piece of advice I would give for that is to have a chill corner. What I mean by a chill corner is a place that you know you're going to be alone, that you know is going to be nice and quiet, that you can use to just clear your head. This can be an empty office, a room, sometimes a stairwell, sometimes just a spot outside of the building. And the nice thing about a chill corner is that, for me at least, the mere fact that I have one often makes me feel like I don't need to use it. So if I'm feeling a lot of anxiety, then I just think in my head that I have that option whenever I need it. And ironically, knowing that I have that option often makes me feel like I don't need it. This helps me through periods of time in which I know that I can't just disappear. For example, when I'm teaching class, I can't just get up and walk into my chill corner and spend 15 minutes there. But I can tell myself, okay, I just need to get to the end of this class, and once this class ends, I know that I can go to that space. Another tip that I would have is that sometimes you can logic your way out of a meltdown. So here's what I mean by that. Last semester ended with a mountain of grading and administrative stuff that I needed to get done. And there was so much to do that I just wanted to curl up and cry and break down. But I told myself that if I did break down right now, then that would take time that I needed to spend working on the grading. So I told myself, all right, just get the grading done, and then you can break down. And then when I got the grading done, I had removed the cause of the stress in the first place, so I didn't even have to. That might not work for everybody, but it does work for me. The last tip that I want to give is to try to find out who you can depend on. If you're not openly autistic to the world, then maybe think of finding one person that you feel you can share it with. That way you know you can talk to one person, or that you can have one person in your corner if you're having a rough day at work. This is the one that I would say to be the most careful with, because you don't always know who you can trust, especially if you're on the spectrum. But if you can find someone, then sometimes it is nice to know that there's one person in the room that knows what's what. Autistics have a lot to offer the workplace, and a little bit of accommodation can really go a long way. We have a lot of potential, and I hope that this video helps you meet yours. Well, that's today's video. Thank you all for watching. If you liked this episode, please give it a like, a share, and if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Check out some of my other stuff, and if you want to support the channel in other ways, support me on Patreon. In the meantime, if you have any questions or topics you'd like addressed, please leave them in the comments below, or message me on my Facebook, also linked below. And remember, if you freak out when a tiny floating feather gets close to your face, you might be autistic.